true.
So,
That's
and
what
and
happens.
since we're on the alien topic, this is another thing you said, which was interesting that I will never forget. And I don't know if they're one and the same or what, but you recall we were having a conversation about the extraterrestrials, your particular extraterrestrials,
Yes.
and then we got on the subject of Pearl and then Arcturians and all that good stuff.
Yes.
And you said that, oh my God, Melvin, there are star people. You use that word specifically.
Yes.
Like you see stars on me or around me, something like that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
It's just the glow.
are they the same as Pearl or something different?
I feel like they're. I don't feel like they're the same. I guess, like I would say, breed, but I feel like they're from the same galaxy or whatnot. I feel like they're from the same area, but not the same. I hate to call them breeds because
Okay, so we'll just say that they're from the same neighborhood.
Yeah, neighbors. They're neighbors. Yeah. I feel like they're neighbors, but not the same.
Not exactly the same guys, just like, hey neighbor, hey. So about
Yeah.
Oh my God,
like,
so that mean they're about as old as Pearl?
yes.
Oh, that's scary. And I mentioned that because you brought up something that was very interesting. I've never had I haven't had an ET experience, nor do I want one. I say that right now, no. And it's
I've
weird.
always said that myself.
It's weird because I speak to a lot of guys and gals who have had experiences, and usually what happens is, evidently I must not be very interesting. Usually what happens is they'll visit friends or stuff like that. They'll even just
Interesting though it's interesting enough that you have a guide that is that way, that puts you in like I'm saying, we all have a purpose here. We all have something that we're meant to do or help or in some way, whether it is to give old people hope or to to work with kids or to help special needs people. We're all here for some certain reason. And when somebody is going through something, when it comes to like, okay, myself being haunted, and sometimes when you're first going through it, especially when you're a kid or when even as an adult and you're not understanding it, it can be frightening if you don't understand it. And that's why it's always nice to have people that actually know enough about it that they can kind of help you through it and help you to understand your own abilities and whatnot, and to make kind of basically guidelines saying, hey, this is not appropriate, you can do this, you can't do that. And it's odd enough though, you say you've not had any experiences yet, you're knowledgeable enough to help people through those things. Yeah. That's quite interesting if you think about it. Why would you have been put in that spot? Well, obviously there was a reasoning behind it, I feel like now, and that kind of just all of a sudden came to me just now. But yeah, like it was almost weird how well, and you kind of are the one that brought it up, but you do have so many people that you've helped or that you've talked to that have gone through it. And even if it's something that you can't help a person with per se, but you can put them in the line of somebody else that can.
Right. That's interesting. And then I do also recall your guide, and I don't want to say his name wrong because Melvin the Butcherer is here.
Lakito.
Yeah, you see, I was about to call him Lakitu, which is enemy from Mario. So I'm happy I didn't say that.
Let's not Lakitu him.
Yeah.
See, when the first time I heard it, it's Lakitu. I'm like, okay.
See, that's why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. See, that's why I'm like, man, I don't want to butcher this name. I already got Pixie's name wrong, so now she's stuck with that moniker.
Well, she does have a speech impediment, so, yeah. Sorry, I'm just saying. It is a little harder to understand.
But he popped up to you very quickly and said, messenger. I won't forget that either. Because...
Well, messenger, like for you.
Now, the thing is...
Messenger...
Oh, I don't know. Was it for me or you? I think it was more so for you. But then I'm like, well, what's the message? That's what I want to know.
Well, Messenger, I feel like maybe for yourself, though, too, when it comes to, um, maybe, I mean, like, what if in 10 years from now, like, we are having a lot more visits than ever before?
Oh, well, every year it goes up, so.
Okay, then. See, that makes sense. See, I don't keep up with those things because, like I told you, I'm not comfortable
No, you're
completely yet.
firmly grounded.
I've gotten way better. Melvin knows this. Have I not?
1,000,000,000% better.
I can talk. I used to couldn't talk about it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
let's not talk about it.
And here you are,
We'll talk
openly
about
talking
anything but
about it.
yeah, I mean, like I knew I would, but it's weird because it's like maybe you're a messenger to help people accept or deal with it at least. Maybe not. Maybe so there's not so many kicking and screaming folks. I'm sorry.
Well, I kind of look at it like,
giggle.
no, it's fine. I look at it like you tell one becomes two, 2, 4, 4, 4, 8, 8, 16, etc., etc. Wow, they are really going off tonight, aren't they? Come on, guys.
Gosh, wow.
So yeah, it's just very interesting, and I mean, at least you know what's going on with your guys, man. That's the cool thing.
Well, mine are not near as mine look pretty humanish. You know what I mean?
And that's and sometimes I think that's what's best because you can understand. It's like I get you.
Well, yeah, you can absorb somebody that looks like a nun. Even for me, that's just really odd. But like, because I cuss like a sailor. We know this, and I definitely, I'm so holy. Okay, that was so funny. But no, it's almost like a pun. You know what I mean? In my opinion, it's almost like I'm giving, except for Lakido. Lakido, definitely, there's that native, there is that tribal side of him that would make more sense to me. But Holly, like, kind of just popped up out of left field, like, who is this sweet lady that is stuck with me?
Where did you come from? Oh, wow.
Because she's like, what's funny is because they're so different. She's super patient, super sweet. She's like kind of mom, like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Like, he just popped me in the back of my head. Like, not like literally, and to the point that the person sitting next to me jumped out of his chair and like told my cousin, your cousin's scary. And I'm like, I didn't. He's like, no, her head just flies forward. Nothing touched her that he could see. And I felt the smack. I could feel, like, I guess a palm or whatever he used.
He's a man of action.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm not supposed to be around you weirdos. Is what, I was trying to protect a cousin that was in trouble, and I was putting myself in danger too. And that's kind of what Lakido was like, yes, you don't always have to, pop. Quit putting quit putting myself in danger just because of my, don't let your heart basically put you in danger, because I've always been really bad about it. Like, I love my family and I love everybody that I'm close to, and I've done some stupid things out of caring about others that could have really ended up hurting me. Like, I could have gotten hurt that night.
So, and I get the finger wagging.
And he smacked. You get finger wagging, but gosh, that irritates you. I know that. I'm telling you, it's weird. They definitely know us in and out.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, so it is something about, like, a person, it's the I told you so. That's what does it. It's just like, you didn't tell me nothing. God.
Well, honestly, would it be better that or smack in the head?
Honestly?
Okay, Pearl.
No.
He is nice. No, he goes, I'm just kidding. I guess I'm kidding, Pearl. It's really not all that pure. You just wag your finger all you want.
Yeah, no, but and like we were discussing earlier, I don't think Pearl, she's not mean.
No,
She
not at all.
can't. I don't think. I mean, she might tell someone else to do it. Like, can you, handle this? Go ahead, do your business. So, but she herself, I don't think she'd like smack me or punch me or something.
Punched you? No, I don't see Pearl as ever smacking. No, she's just. Like I said, I feel like she's so advanced. Like, that's not even what they would have to do.
No,
you know what I mean?
and that's scary too, because at that point it's now
They're so beyond.
Yeah, so now it's like, darn, I'm dealing with someone
beyond violence. It's weird.
Yeah, and they're, I don't know
and
if
I've got this Native American smacking me in my back of my head.
Man of action. We got the point across though.
And it did work. It totally worked, because my head goes forward. The guy next to me goes flying out of his chair. I'm like, I don't even know what to say at this point. My mouth is drawn open, and I'm like, I kind of go, ha, like that. I mean, what else do you do but make a stupid laugh, because, everybody's staring at you at that moment.
That is funny. And then...
I look like if you've ever seen a baby with the wobbly neck. Like, I was sitting up, literally just sitting up like this, or here, and my head goes,
oh, like so.
Like, out of the blue, but harder than that, because, like, imagine that somebody comes up and hits me from behind, and my head would really go flying forward. It was like that. And so it wasn't like I had, like, prepared myself for, like, the I guess the impact of the, like, my head just went freely flying. Like, I was a baby that lost all neck and coordination.
That
all at once.
is
It was
funny.
so embarrassing. Well, it was really kind of this guy, like, I was sitting next to this guy that's really supposed to be, like, tough dude, like this homeboy, and he heard his chair go, Arr! And I'm like, he tells my cousin, yo, your cousin's scary. I gotta go. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm, I had to play it off. It just didn't work, because I was, like, literally kind of wigged out myself at that moment, because I realized that something was telling me to get the fuck out of there right that moment, because it was not happy that I hadn't been listening to my intuition the whole time.
No,
so it had to use a lot of energy to do that, and it was crazy.
For me, I just get that sense of dread, and it's like, nope, I'll do it, because I'm a coward. As soon as that hit, I'm done. Bye-bye.
That is so funny. Well, and I mean, I've read several different places and things. It's weird, because like after being smacked, I was like, okay, surely other people, and I've read that it has happened, that other people have definitely, their guides will go to every extreme to really try to wake them up and make them pay attention, because, like, hey, I am trying to keep you from dying right here, right now. I need you here longer than this. So if you don't listen to me, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you to pay attention. And so, yeah, it's weird. It's weird how it works. Because every time, you'll hear people say, whoa, that was a really close call. It's almost like something intervened. Well, sometimes it is just that.
Actually, you know what? I do remember one time. This was probably the only time I've ever done something really, well, actually, it's one of two times I've done something really, really stupid. But I was maybe 8 years old. No. Yeah, 8 years old.
Okay, what possibly could 8-year-old Melvin have done that was really that bad? But go ahead.
All right, so...
Did you stick a fork in an electric unit or socket? What?
Not stupid.
Anyway. Not stupid, just... Okay, I gotcha.
No, this was just me, like, because I have a thing about crossing the roads and looking both ways, and I don't jaywalk. I always use the crosswalk and all that stuff. And, I know, you're like, Jesus Christ, he's a Boy Scout.
Wait, please wait. Oh my God, how much of that can you handle? All right.
It doesn't bother me. I'm fine waiting. That's the thing.
Please wait.
Yeah, it honestly
Why
doesn't.
do you keep saying that? I'm all yelling at it. Why do you keep saying that? Stupid.
But yeah, I had a skateboard. Didn't know how to skateboard, so I had to do it like the lazy way, where you're on your knees. and
Sorry. That's
and it was a blind spot because it was a house here, but where the house was, it was a little ramp that goes down. And like an idiot, I'm over here skateboarding. Some other people were around. Almost got hit by a car. Narrowly missed it.
You missed it by
Barely.
Ooh.
Just barely. Like.
And it makes you wonder what. Like, okay.
Like when I say split second.
Their guide probably really had them on paying attention or something to provoke to prevent that moment. There was some crazy intervening going on at that moment.
But
that's crazy. That's scary because especially if you weren't even standing up, so
you're
even lower. Oh my God, Melvin.
Yeah, so it was very much a split second, and after that, I never got on a skateboard again. That's for sure. And I was so terrified. I cried and went home. Aww. One of the few times I cried, because I don't cry, but that was one of the few times I cried. I was.
I almost got right over.
Yeah, and I didn't even. I was like, nope, I'm done.
You're one of those. I'm surprised you didn't remember their freaking license plate number.
No, that's one of those things where it's like, no.
So quick, it just was gone. Oh,
and
wow.
They're asking, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's almost like, when, especially with kids, because they don't realize how fast that can happen, and it's like, if it without our guides, imagine the amount of those close calls would just turn to tragedy.
Oh yeah, so and that's probably the reason why I'm so like iffy with
yeah. Wait, please wait. Yes, I'll wait. However long I need to wait. I'll wait.
I had such a traumatic experience, so yeah.
That does sounds pretty.
No, it was. Oh yeah, man. Like I'll never.
I was really sheltered when I was little, so like I did all my mistakes after I turned 18. So yeah. Mine were stupid, but yeah.
But that's one of two, and I won't forget that one.
That sounds terrifying. Yeah, like so there was some heavy intervening going on, but yeah, that's exactly the type of instances that like literally, had you been older, and probably not. I mean, like at that point, of course, a guide's gonna know not to terrify the shit out of you and like whack you in the back of your head because you're fixing to do it, but everybody else's guides were on point, obviously, or you would not be here now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I mean, you really have no idea how close it was. When I say it was close,
and it's almost those instances like it's like, oh, you need to, you ever got that feeling you need to go look out the door right this second, or you need to go and check on something at this moment, or like let's say you've had, like I know a lot of women will do this, like when they're baking and they leave something in the oven, or let's say that they go and check out and there's something on fire that they weren't expecting, but for some reason they had that weird, it's almost feels like a gut instinct, but sometimes that's how they have to get to us, that weird harping feeling that won't let go.
Yeah, so, and then...
they use what they know. It's like, if I have to scare the person, I will do it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, trying to think, but yeah, that's... Ugh. So it's weird how they work.
It's nuts. That sounds... Yeah, it is neat. I mean, and unfortunately, it seems kind of like a hard job.
It probably is.
But that's why they don't just get like, I mean, like some people will say, oh, well, my grandpa's well, your grandpa could be here for you. That's very true. The grandparents or the family members can be here for a reason or for a time to get you through something. But as far as guide-wise, it's a little bit different. They're just there kind of for support and moral support and love and things like that connection that you need. Guides serve a purpose and a job that they're supposed to do, and it's almost like it's treated that way, like you can't, that this human is yours to take care of for however many years you're promised, and you need to make sure that they make it through that many.
Now, interestingly enough, I actually think I have the patience for it. I just don't have the knowledge because I'm so okay.
Okay, so you have, but you don't have the drive.
No,
You have the
not
patience,
at
not the
all.
drive.
I definitely have the
That's so
patience
funny.
for it. It's just
I
like
don't have the patience probably, but I would have more of the drive to do it. But like they would have to like work our two energies together. Like we might together work to be a guide, but they don't work like that. So yeah, unfortunately, that won't happen. But
yeah, because I can assure you, like, if
I don't
somebody
have the
was
patience.
gonna,
I'd be like, this fucking idiot. She won't listen to me. Oh, I didn't listen either. But I think that's why, like, the ones, they're, I believe that there have been guides that were on the earth long enough that they've learned so many lessons that they kind of got to that point that they leveled up. And like, literally, I would, honestly, it seems like leveling down because it'd be a treacherous job. But maybe it does reward well. Maybe the experience is something phenomenal. I mean, honestly, by the time you get through with it, but the patience.
do you think they get to eat stuff? I wonder.
You're worried about food.
Well, no, I'm just thinking about it because
they eat knowledge.
Well,
I'm kidding. I don't know.
I wonder if they eat.
I don't see why they would not be able to. I mean,
could you imagine just poofing up a bacon cheeseburger? Just like that would be awesome. Like that's a cool perk. Nice. Like here you go.
Like I'm on a breakfast kick. I would be like right now. Mine would be like omelets and stuff.
That's so funny because I think I'm gonna have an omelet for New Year's. So.
Are you?
I think so. Yummy. But yeah, not too long ago, like I decided to treat myself with some French toast, and it was delicious.
See, I'm like on a breakfast kick. I don't know why. Listen to us talking about food. Sorry, guys, but
yeah, well,
here comes our food segment.
Yeah, I'm not editing this out either. This is just going up.
Heck yeah, man! Like you got the food too. Y'all are getting the guides and the food.
Yeah, so I don't
know what spirit guides eat.
Yeah, because that would be a shame. You go to the afterlife. Oh yeah, you'll never be hungry. Well, okay, I'm cool with that.
I want to be hungry.
Yeah, like I want to eat a burger again. Like,
well, we look at food as for us it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
And but to them, I think it's just so different at that point. It's not even important anymore.
And then what was something like what would Pixie eat? Like sugar?
Pixie, I feel like sugar. I feel like you could leave a little bowl of sugar and she would love it.
Well, I do have some lemonade out here, so I guess
it might work. That might be why she even liked you in the first place too.
Hey.
Maybe that's why she talks with a speech impediment.
Because she's on a sugar high.
So bitter. No, it's bitter.
It's
not bitter, but the sourness. Melvin. Maybe
that's
what it was. Maybe that's what it was. She got bitter lips or whatever. Bitter beer mouth.
That's funny. I hope not.
That's so mean.
You said it, not me. But yeah, I do wonder about that sometimes. And then like what would Pearl eat? Like like if I had to give personalities to guides. Let's see.
What would she eat?
Yeah. Okay. So we got the Pixie.
Pearl's gonna drink water. I can see this.
No. She's more sophisticated than that. She wants some sherry or something and just hold it like.
She thinks, but like, I just fear being an alcoholic.
She's not an alcoholic. She sips it. She just
sips it. Oh.
No, actually, this is terrible because I don't drink. I don't know what the stuff tastes like, but this glass, it's you can't see it, and it's too much junk in the way to get. But there's a brandy glass. It's freaking huge. I love this thing. I've never used it, and I plan to get it and just put sparkling lemonade in it. And just hold it like this.
And hold it like it's your alcoholic drink.
And just get a cigar, like a fat
Why don't you do
Cuban. Oh, I'm going to. And even though I don't smoke, I'm just going to hold it in my mouth. And just, like, yeah.
Like buy you a nice cigar that just hold in your mouth?
Yeah.
Perfect. You can get the flavor, like the ones that have the flavored papers, and like at least get that little, it's a vanilla. You can get. I know I used to do weird things, but I used to smoke the tiny skinny cigars, not like the Swisher Sweets, but they were called Sweet Dreams. They actually had flavors like chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, and I would get the vanilla every once in a while because I just wanted that. It was more like a cigarette that you could, afterward, you could lick your lips and taste the vanilla. And so there you go. You can get you a flavored papered cigar.
Well, no, because I want it the way it is. I'm just not going to smoke it or anything. I'm just going to hold it.
No, but if you hold it in your mouth, you get that. At least you can lick your lips afterwards.
Well, I mean, we'll see. But I'm definitely doing the brandy or sherry or whatever.
I want a picture, or it didn't happen.
Oh, you'll get a picture. I'm going to have a portrait painted like that. Like,
I love it.
So,
I love it. And
yeah.
You're gonna be holding why did I want to call Sweet Pea Pumpkin? I wanted to call her Pumpkin.
Oh, that's not her name.
I know it's not her name.
I don't know where you got
Sweet Pea.
that.
I was gonna call her Pumpkin.
Sweet Pea.
Ew.
We'll have her next to me.
Sweet Pea Pumpkin.
She'll have a smoke in her mouth or something.
Oh my God, is she gonna be in your lap like the little
Nah,
dog?
Honestly, she's not a lap cat unless she is extremely tired.
Aww.
Otherwise,
she just likes to sleep on your feet.
Yeah, or just next to me somewhere. So, but yeah,
or like telling you to get in bed, like, hey, you, come lay down.
All right, so
that is so funny. Your cat bosses you. Is so cute.
She does.
Animals are great.
Let's see. Pixie would definitely be some type of sugar rush sweets and stuff.
Hummingbirdish, yes.
Pearl would be definitely something, I think, sophisticated, but probably water for drinking.
Water to drink, but maybe an hors d'oeuvre too, every once in a while.
Like, yes. Where's the Grey Poupon?
Yeah, like, but nothing sloppy or like just gonna drip down her face or like, like
she's not eating a burger.
She eats something with a toothpick.
Yeah, which
possibly
I'm okay with.
Or a little shrimp fork. Yeah.
My problem
is I would
take like 15 of those suckers.
Oh my gosh, yes, and just tear them off.
Holly would probably join Pearl with the toothpick.
Yeah, I see that. I could definitely, yes. Lakita's gonna eat some just raw meat. I'm sorry, Lakita, but it's the honest truth. I could totally see him chomping down on a raw rabbit. Ew.
Oh my
God.
You're gonna get slapped again.
I could say a buffalo and I didn't. That would have been rude. But no, I'm telling you, I could eat raw rabbit. Ugh. And drinking blood. No, not drinking blood, but probably
some whiskey.
Like a
rum.
Yeah, or what's that called? What's that drink that it's so it kind of does like what peyote does, but it's a drink form.
Awaka.
Yes.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca,
yeah. Some ayahuasca and
man, he's gonna be running with the wolves, isn't he? On that stuff.
Ayahuasca and raw wabbit. Listen to me now.
Wabbit.
I sound like Pixie. I sound like Pixie. Raw wabbit, Welvin. Sorry.
So that's
now see you're making me give them characters, and I can't. I didn't.
Well, that's how I like to see things. I see everyone as a character.
I can. You know what? I guess when as a kid, when I would use, and I still do read, but even as a little kid, I would read huge novels. My parents were always like, "Why is she reading a 400-page novel?" I'm like, I'm so glad they didn't really look into what I was reading. I was really into V.C. Andrews, and it was really just probably not age appropriate at all.
No,
there's a lot of weird stuff.
You see,
there was a lot of.
I'm the reverse because I tend to like young adult novels for whatever reason. I think they're just so well written. Like, look, I have
well, that's what V.C. Andrews was kind of like young adult, but I was reading those at 10 years old. It was really not appropriate, I'm sure.
Right here. This is some of my favorite books, the Beyonders.
Wow. Oh, gotcha.
So,
yeah.
I just.
Well, and that's what's funny. I was reading those at 10 years old, those like 400, big novels
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, I would always, I had a visual of every character, and I really just kind of made my own movie in my head. And I can see how, like, that it's that way you can associate your guides better.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And if
I want to know what they eat. I want to know, does he sleep? Oh, I didn't mean to bring that one up. They probably can't sleep, Melvin. It's
that would be terrifying, actually. Like, darn. Can't. Well, maybe when you're asleep, they can sleep or something. I mean,
or rest. Yeah, like maybe. Well, kind of like with the whole. I'm probably sure it's kind of like that whole parent. Like when you have a kid, you just. I don't know. It's like with a parent. Most of the time, you can't sleep in when they're, especially when they have a toddler in the house. Like you cannot sleep in knowing that a toddler's up. You just don't.
You see, this is why I'm not.
Or you never calm down when it's, or like with, it's probably a lot like having kids, to be honest, for them, because like you never get calm when they're quiet. Yeah. So when Bonnie's quiet, we panic. Oh, I just feel bad for mine, actually. Yeah, the more you make me think about it, the more horrible I feel like I treat my.
No, I don't think you treat them horribly at all. I think you are quite easy, because look at it like this: you're not a murderer, you're not a thief. You're a hard worker.
Keep them on their toes.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, but even then, I think
what is she going to go do this weekend? Oh my god!
Yeah, I think that's the issue. It's like, don't you dare open that. She opened it. She opened that stupid box.
She opened it. Why would she do that?
So
like now we gotta spend 2 weeks trying to get her better again.
Yeah. So,
No, they loved me, or they would have been gone a long time ago. They was like, wait, man, where's my boss? Because I want to do over.
So where for me, I honestly think the ones who are around me or whatever, they probably are trying to say, Melvin, stop being so selfish. Very hard. Stop being so stubborn. Very hard. Stop being a glutton. Hardest thing.
Whatever. Okay, the only thing is the stubborn. I see that. But glutton?
Oh, yeah.
And selfish?
I'm pretty, well, according to my mom, like, you're selfish and self-centered. Like,
Oh, well, maybe that's a mom.
No.
Yeah, I just don't I've never noticed you ever being selfish. I just don't.
Well, the thing is, my selfish is like what people don't get is this. Okay, so take for instance, and this is gonna make me sound terrible, but I have my reasons. The Toys for Tots thing, it's like, give from your heart, help these little kids have a good Christmas and all this and that, which is fine and everything, but I look at it, I'm like, why? This would not be from my heart. If anything, this would be for a tax break. And it's like, like, honestly, my heart wouldn't be in it. Like, I'm just like,
well, then do it. I mean, like, if you needed it for tax break, do it for tax break.
Well, no, I would definitely do it for tax purposes. But I'm saying, like, in that sense, I guess I am kind of selfish, because I just wouldn't do it from my heart. I couldn't. I just don't. I'm just like, whatever. But saying that,
have you ever looked at a kid, though, that didn't have something? If you ever had to put a face to a kid, I don't think you could do it.
Oh, no. If I had to put a face to it and something, I would try to help out where I could. But there is one particular person. When you don't have to put
a face, it changes things.
Okay.
When you can ignore it and act like you don't have to see the faces, then you can walk away. Like, how do you think I get the bell people at all the stores during the holidays? I have to kind of run past them.
Oh, no, I can ignore them, no problem. That doesn't bother me. You give to the... No. You give to... I need charity. Don't you wish to have a Merry Christmas? I celebrate Kwanzaa or something. I'm Jehovah's Witness.
My God, you're so funny.
But no, there actually is one person that I've come across on YouTube, of all places, that I, honest to goodness, really like. And he is such a humble guy. And he's a cook. And for some reason, just for no reason at all, I would actually like to donate some money to him or something for no real reason other than the
Really?
fact that I like him and he just comes across as so humble and just nice. And, that's one of the few
That's
people that
interesting.
ever. Yeah, so for me, it's a feeling that I get.
It's almost weird. It almost sounds like you're being led to do it.
Oh,
That's
I'm
why.
going to do it. Like that, I've
Well,
decided.
there you go.
But he's
I think that's awesome.
yeah, and that's one of the only people that I've just been that way with. Everyone else, whatever. I can ignore you. Like, yeah, call me a Scrooge.
They
If
don't
you
need
want.
your money. Well, no,
Um,
I hear you.
and then there are
I
certain.
know, I hear you. No, it's funny, but if you had to look at a kid that didn't have anything and that didn't act like an asshole because he didn't have anything, but yet, that mom was really wanting to try to give this good kid something, I don't think you could.
Yeah, well, that's different
If you
though.
had it, I don't think you could.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
though.
not
That's
try and
what the
test
toys
that
cost.
though.
If they had pictures, if they threw you a picture and said, like like the animals, this dog needs your help. Well, then that always gets me. Well, I know, and so does that dog. Now, how many? Oh my God! And that's why people know to leave stray animals at my front door.
Part of my problem now. This is crazy because part of my problem with that is there's this thing that's been going on. Not St. Jude. St. Jude is actually legit. My mom will donate to St. Jude's, but it's this other thing where it's like help
Ronald
feed
McDonald's
stuff.
house is legit too.
No, I'm not talking about them.
Huh?
It's this other thing that's been going on for years. I remember seeing it since 1990, and it was like, please help feed this kid here, and they would show them and all that. But my issue is always this:
Okay.
they never showed what happened to the kids. They always showed the same kids. They never showed them older. They never showed anyone actually giving them anything. And
You wanted an update story.
Yeah. I mean, I am a storyteller, so, but